every one of you. Morning. Let's morning. Good morning. Good morning. Both of you. Awesome. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Welcome to Mornings with Marvel, where authenticity lives and thrives to create a space of growth, healing, and joy. I am your host, Andrea Lawful Sanders, and each day we will cover the topics that are informative and engaging while learning from each other. Good morning. If you're watching me on Instagram, I'm going to ask that you go over to Facebook to the Divine Marvel Diva, MUVA, Divine Marvel Diva page, or or excuse me, go to YouTube, A.LawfulTruth Enterprises. You'll be able to see me much clearer. You'll be able to hear and see my guests over there. And Instagram goes in and out. And so I want to make sure that you are watching, in a space where you can. All right. So I'm going to shut Instagram down now so we can talk about this because I don't want to keep going back and forth. All right, here we go. Discard video. Good morning, good morning, good morning, good morning. How are all of you doing? It is Tuesday, Black Jesus. It is Tuesday, September 16th. 2025. And as usual, we always have a good show for each and every one of you today. Let me see over here in the chat. David was not able to get on yesterday. He was quite awake, but his system was down all around. His phone, everything was down through his server, and so he was having. Oh, thank you. It's actually a hat, Beatrice. It's not a head wrap. It's a hat, which is really cool. Good morning, Shaquilla. Good morning, Beatrice Roslyn. Good morning, Winetta. Good morning. Good morning to all of you. We have a great show for you today, as always. We have someone from ORC who will be on to talk about the event that's happening, the night market that's happening on Thursday, September 18th. And so I am grateful to have been able to navigate that quickly. Thanks to Frances Jones. She called me either Saturday or Sunday while I was in transit, and I said, "Listen, let's make it happen, right?" Which is how we always do this. So David was, shut down yesterday, so I'll try and figure out another time for him to come on one day this week. You all know that Thursday is the Lovers segment, so that's out. So maybe if I don't have a guest tomorrow morning, if I can move my guest for tomorrow morning, we'll be able to do that. Good morning, Monica. Good morning, my darling. Good morning, good morning, good morning. So, all right, so let's get started. There's something. So I've been watching all that has been happening in the news around the death of Charlie Kirk and the differing opinions that people have. Some are staunchly on one side, others are staunchly on the other side. But in the middle of all this fighting that we're having about this one man, there's been a lot going on in the country. Good morning, Jacina. Good morning, Jacina. I'm going to call you by your given name. The In the middle of all of that happening, some stuff has been taking place around the country that no one seems to be paying attention to, and there's something about this. So I'm not sure if you all heard. A black student was found hanging from a tree at a university in Mississippi yesterday morning. A black student, black male, 21 years old, was found hanging from a tree at a university in Mississippi yesterday morning. Now, the conversation that's being had is that, oh, they're not really sure what happened. He may have hung himself from the tree, but the message that it sends is that we are to be aware, to be wary about what's going on around us. So this was written, I don't know who it was written by. It was Delta State University has identified the person found dead on campus as Demar Travion Trey 21, a student of the university from Grenada. Our community is deeply saddened by the loss. We extend our heartfelt condolences to the families and friends of all those impacted by Trey's loss, said Delta State University President Daniel Ennis. Delta State University Police Chief Michael Peeler said Reed was found just after 7 a.m. Monday, hanging from a tree on the central campus of Delta State University near the school's pickleball courts. Pending an further investigation, and also the medical examiner's office, we won't have more information until that part has been done, Peeler said. The Bolivar County Coroner's Office took Reed's body, and medical experts will determine what led to his death. The president said counselors and support services are available to the students. The campus chapel was open for students and staff for prayer in this difficult time, and Ennis said a prayer service was in the process of being planned. Delta State Police said the campus is safe. The discovery of Reed forced the cancellation of classes and all activities on yesterday, including events celebrating the university's centennial. And he said he would be meeting with school leadership to determine whether classes and activity would resume as normal today. I wanted to read that because it doesn't sit well in my soul. I'm just going to tell you, because I've always just told you how I felt about things. This isn't sitting well in my spirit. And so for those of you who have students on campus anywhere around the country of color, it would behoove you to be a little bit more mindful about, checking in on them. I know they're adultish now because they're 18, 19, 20, and 21, but the energy in the country is different from times past. Yes, we always know there was a strange energy, in some places, but the energy is incredibly different now. And there are people who are seeking to get a point across, make a point, whatever it is that they're trying to do, but we truly don't want it to be at the expense of our children's lives. And so I'm asking you to pay attention, and not just to your children in college, but your children that are out and working and doing all that they have to do. Marguerite says, people of color rarely hang themselves. It's true, and definitely not in public. It sounds suspicious. Absolutely true. But it feels to me like someone was trying to send a message. And he's from Grenada, even worse. Folks on the islands, the Caribbean, they don't, hanging themselves is not a thing that they do. Now, of course, you may see something in the news that says he hung himself and da-da-da-da-da. But I need us to use our critical thinking skills now more than ever to find out what happened instead of just swallowing what is fed to you. Did I make that clear? Monica said, I said the same thing. Watch out for the magic other hand. While we all have been engrossed with Charlie, something else is amiss. Something that will slap us in the face later. Yeah. So I recognize that there's all this, the flags at half staff and memorial services and all the things that are going on. But it doesn't sit well. It doesn't sit well for me. And she says, Jesus, are we still here hanging in 2025? What the hell? But we are. If you've been watching what's been going on, there's been a message being sent to us that know your place. Someone wrote, who wrote this? Who wrote this? Who wrote this? I saw it. That this country has been in an uproar since President Obama became president. It was a white woman. She said, we have been in an uproar and just really angry about the fact that we allowed a black man to become president, not just once, but twice. And we need our country back. And and someone was like, how could she? And another person said, yeah, but we're grateful that she said what everybody's been thinking. So many have been thinking for a long, long time. And I need you all, I need you to pray and be careful. Does that make sense? Pray and be absolutely careful about everything that's going on around you. Good morning, Laverne. Because for a 21-year-old to be found hanging yesterday, September 15th, 2025, and on a university campus, there's something definitely going on here. Bobby says, no way did he do that to himself. It's deeper, a lot deeper. And so I'm watching folks wring their hands and try to figure out how to navigate through this space, right? Um, holy crap. Andrea says a cousin question mark of the Delta State student is saying both his arms and legs were broken. Both his arms and a leg were broken, and his body was beaten and bruised when they discovered him. Well, Alexandra, again, we have to ask questions. I'm glad we're in this new age of, things, people being able to show what's going on. Andrea, if that is true, then we're in deeper trouble than we know. Then someone targeted him and hung him to send a message. If what you're saying is true, then we have way more problems than we know. Alexander says they keep trying to pull Black people into this mess. Roland Martin spoke of this last night. It's called the white backlash. Good morning, Mary Alyssa May. Yeah, Laverne says, "Oh my God," and that piece of news of that student being hung on that campus yesterday morning did not make it didn't splash all over the news. It was not. And so if we don't share it, if we don't have the conversations about it, then there's just way more going on here than meets the eye. I'm so this morning at 2 o'clock, I could hear my husband roaming above me on another floor while I was trying to sleep. Well, I was sleeping. I was in a dead sleep, but something woke me up and I could hear him walking. So I said, "Come on, meet me in our bedroom and we're going to go to sleep." So he came in, and within 5 minutes, he was knocked out. He said, "I couldn't sleep all night long. I'm roaming," because everybody is feeling something, right? So within 5 minutes, he was knocked out. I get up. I walked into the kitchen. I threw raw kidney beans into a pot, filled a pot with water, threw raw kidney beans into the pot. Then I threw in raw oxtails and raw cubed beef, and everything's been washed and cleaned, of course. Then I threw in 4 onions, and then I threw in a whole big container of garlic cut up, and then I threw in thyme, and I threw in a Scotch bonnet pepper, and I turned on the stove. And I said, "Lord, let the scent of this soup that I'm about to make," it's still cooking, right? Because when I make soup, everything from raw, from scratch, it takes about 4 hours. It's now been 4, 5, 6, almost 3 hours in the pot, and it's still not done. And it's going to be okay. I threw in some pumpkin and some carrots, and for me, what I'm recognizing is, and I'm telling you this for a reason. What I'm recognizing is when we get like this, we emotionally eat, we don't eat at all, we're not sleeping. I feel, and I can only imagine how the rest of you feel, because I'm covering the news, carrying the news, seeing all the things that's going on, and I'm just like, and so I don't want us to just regurgitate what we see everybody saying. I want us to take a deeper look at what's going on around us. Right? It is important, because if we're going to save our sanity, because this is just the beginning, just the beginning, and we get comfortable. I noticed that the president was sending National Guard troops into Memphis, Tennessee. That's not been, we're getting comfortable with being uncomfortable. We're getting comfortable with, oh, well, this is going to happen. It is happening. So what can we do? We're getting comfortable with just accepting things as they are. And that's a really dangerous place to be in. I promise you, a really dangerous place. So I don't know. I don't know. I wish I could sit here and be stoic and tell you all is well, and just hold on, everything's going to be all right. I just don't know. I just don't know. And so we are here. Winetta says, as you keep saying, there's more than what meets the eye, and we're in some troubling times. I absolutely agree. Oh, Kimberly is early, so I'm going to take her in. This is going to be fun. It's going to be fun. It's going to be fun. Hey.
Good morning.
Good morning. You're a little early, but I really want to talk to you. So this is good, right? And I want to talk about something that's going to bring us joy and uplift what we're doing in this country right now, because I was just finishing a conversation about a 21-year-old that was found hung at a university, a Black man in Mississippi. They're saying that both of his arms were broken and his one leg, and they're talking about some places are hinting that he committed suicide. I don't think that is true.
No.
And so there's a larger message at play here. So for you to come in early, that was nobody but the Lord saying, girl, let's go on to something special. This is, we need it. We need it. I don't think we've
Yeah.
ever met before, have we?
We have not. We have not. And it's such a pleasure to meet you today.
Oh, thank you. Such a pleasure to talk to you. So we're going to talk about this thing and we're going to be all right. So here's where I'm going with this.
Yes. And I just want to tell you, you're so beautiful. I just,
Oh,
I listen to hear what you just said about the young man. I'm a graduate of a HBCU, and all the trials and tribulations that we have gone through in this country as Black folks, but
yeah,
our resilience
yeah.
is what's going to get us through all of this. So,
Kimberly, can I say this to you? I think we've been conditioned into a false sense of hope and complacency in this country as Black
mhm,
people. We've been conditioned to believe that if we make a certain income, if we dress with certain designer labels, if we drive a certain car, if we live in a certain square footage of home, we'd be okay. Our children, though, have been telling us for years, the 20s and 30-year-olds, as they were going through the special schools that we put them in, that they were going through college, that the way they were being treated by their teachers, the way they were being treated on the streets. And we kept saying to them, and I use the collective we, you don't know what we went through in the 60s. You have no idea. This is much better. You're living in a great house. What do you have to complain about?
mhm.
Our children were beating the drums and trying
Yes,
to tell us.
yes, absolutely, absolutely.
And Kimberly, when it came out, when it was all blown to bits with George Floyd in the middle of a pandemic, we saw folks trying to say things like, we will donate millions of dollars. We will do diversity, equity, and inclusion programs. We'll hire diversity, equity, inclusion officers, all while they were planning something more nefarious.
Oh, absolutely. Those are to keep us quiet things.
And
And people have to institutionally look at it. Started with Richard Nixon. The only reason why that it did not start earlier is because Richard Nixon was a crook and he got caught. But his great Southern plan is in effect today. And
yeah,
even in terms of those other folks, the split that is happening. So all of this is something that has been strategically put together. Now, what's happening in terms of us Black folks, we're kind of sitting over here, just like they're not like really messing with us, because what you just told me is not unusual in terms of what's
mhm,
happening. And we don't know the background. We don't know any of these other things that happen, because
mhm.
sometimes we do harm to each other and give the impression that someone else did it. So
Well, ma'am, I like you even more and more now.
I just said this yesterday.
Mhm.
No one is going to save us. Uh, Pastor Waller, when we talked, the cavalry is not coming.
Come
And I
on.
hate to say it, that I'm a Gen X
Mhm,
person,
mhm.
and we have so long had been forced to be our parents, our grandparents, that our personalities were suppressed. So
Yes.
we are not prepared to fight
Yes.
because we were told to assimilate
Yes.
because of the three-car garage and the house and the kids in private school and all of these things, not realizing that even when you get out into the world, you're still what these other folks think you are and what they were taught in their household. So let's stop disproving anything to anyone. It's one of the reasons that I left corporate America as a banker after 35 years and saying, I'm going back to a community that I lived in and
Yes.
I'm going to help it rise up, and it's going to sustain itself in it rising up. And what's going to happen is that with the stakes in the ground of those who are homeowners, those that are business owners, we're going to support them to make sure that they survive and that others see that we're counting on each other.
Yes.
Because
Yes.
everybody comes to our neighborhood, everybody appropriates us. We got something going on and don't even know it. We got it going on.
And meanwhile we are complaining, I don't want to be in a house with the air conditioner hanging out in the window. How about you have a house that's paid for and you're
Yeah,
comfortable and you can live in that square footage and be okay,
absolutely.
right? When
Absolutely.
stuff hits you, you have something to lean back into, or you have or something for your family to generate income, or to pass on as a legacy. We're the
Absolutely.
ones that don't have that legacy building thing yet because we're so far behind the A ball, because every time we do something, it's swiped away from us. It's
Absolutely.
swept away from us.
Mhm.
Miss Lloyd, I go to Enon too. You said Pastor Wallace, so I
Yeah,
can't wait to meet you. Oh,
yeah,
yes, we are going to. Oh, this is going to be good. Let me
yeah.
officially introduce you. Kimberly A. Lloyd is the president and CEO of Ogans Avenue Revitalization Corporation, ORC, 501c3 Community Development Corporation, whose mission is to create and simulate economic development in the communities that we serve. Kimberly is also the president and CEO of 6 affiliated companies. Man, when do you sleep? That has various components of economic development or residential and commercial real estate. So we're going to talk about the night market on Ogans Avenue that's coming up on September 18th from 5 p.m. to 9. I'm so excited to have this conversation because we need something. The people over here saying yes. Who? So let's talk about this. We used to have something called Ogan's Day. You remember? Years and years and
Yes,
years ago. We
yes,
would have the
yes.
stage, and it's back. It's back.
It's back. It's back. And first and foremost, thank you so much for having me on your show.
Welcome.
We had some pre-talk, and I am inspired by you. This is fantastic,
Thank you.
and so I look forward to doing more things with you. And so thank you, Mother.
I am
You're incredible.
thrilled. I am thrilled to do it with you. It was nothing but a phone call. Francis Jones.
Yes,
She
sir.
said,
Yes,
I'm going to
indeed.
connect. I said, Francis, say less. Just give me her information. And we made it happen. So, and you were right on top of it too, because we did a 24, 48-hour turnaround. Let's talk about the night market. Who's going to
Yes,
be there? Who's going to
yes,
be on stage? Who are the vendors? What are you
yes,
doing? I'm
yes.
coming. It's going to be a long day for me, but I will be there. So look for me, okay?
Oh, absolutely. And look for you. I'm going to give you VIP. So you're going to be up front. You're going to be in it. You're going to be in it. And we're all going to make history for
Yes.
something that really came out of the West Oak Lane Jazz and Arts Festival,
Yes.
which comes from initially in the community something that we called um, Super Saturday. And so, to specific to your question, so what is night market on Ogans Avenue? So, night market on Ogans Avenue, as we all know, traditionally, night market is food trucks
Yes.
and our non-food vendors. And
Mhm.
so, as we were talking through this, I said, you know something, let's just add a little bit more flavor to what we are doing. And so that flavor was adding an entertainment package to night market. So when people look at it, they think, oh, this is food trucks. No, 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 no. We not only have food trucks and some of the food trucks that we have there, and we have something for everybody's palate. So we have Flat Belly Vegan Cafe that's going to be there. So if you're vegan, come through. We have the Ling Ping corn folks down there, and everybody loves Ling Ping corn. We have our very own Ogans Avenue. We have Victoria's Kitchen that's going to be there. And we all know
Mhm.
Victoria Kitchen always has something coming up.
Mhm.
Victoria and Kevin that is there. And we have Peruvian food truck. So, a
What?
little bit of international cuisine that we will have there.
Mhm.
We also have some little sweet things coming down here. So we have Catherine's Cake Salon, Uptown's
Catherine's.
own Catherine
Mhm.
Cake Salon there
Mhm.
on right off of Ogans Avenue and
Mhm.
Washington Lane. And of course, everybody loves funnel cake. So we got the funnel cake truck that's going to be out there. Just fantastic. And then we have non-food vendors out there. So we have the Philadelphia Candle Company
Mhm.
that is coming. And then we have the Art is in the Hat vendor that will be out there, and it's several other different vendors.
Hats?
There you go. There you go.
Hey,
There you go.
okay.
There you go. We
Okay.
have clothing vendors
Okay.
be out
Mhm.
there. So the whole idea is come out for that, and then once you had an opportunity, you went home, you changed your clothes, you're heading to Uptown or you're in Uptown, and you go and with the family, you're getting some food, and then bring your chair because we have two stages. So while you're getting your food at our our second stage, which is going
Mhm.
to be at Tupperhocken at Ogans Avenue, we
Mhm.
have DJ Don Will, and DJ Don Will is from Uptown. He's going to
Mhm.
be out there spinning some music. So while you're standing in line, you have a little
Mhm.
jig, you do a little bit of
Mhm.
this and a little bit of that. And so then we have the main stage. So the main stage is where you want to be,
Mhm.
starting not at 5:30, at 5 o'clock, because you want to make sure that your chair is right in the front so that you can
Mm-hmm.
hear and see everything that's
Mm-hmm.
going on. So
Mm-hmm.
our entertainment package will feature, and we're super excited. First and foremost, our transition DJ will be Corey DST. And Corey's been around for a long time. Corey is just going to give you all the flavor
Mm-hmm.
that you want. And then our entertainment that we will have, which starts at 5:30, spans the generations. So we have something for folks who are traditional. We have something for the baby boomers. We have something for the Gen X. We have something for the millennials folks. We have something for Gen Y, Gen Z. So starting off first and foremost at 5:30, we have Philly's own legendary Blue Note. So y'all know Bad Luck is what you got, the Love I Lost, the whole time
Yes.
laughing at me. We all know it. We all
Yes.
know the songs. You sing with them,
Mm-hmm.
groove with them, feel with them. But those brothers are going to be kicking it off,
Yeah.
and they're going to do a great job. And then I am so excited to see them because I love the Blue Notes. I love
Me
all the
too.
Blue Notes, and they're going to
Mm-hmm.
be out there doing it. And then someone I haven't seen. Now check this out. Someone I haven't seen since the Trocadero. Now, if you're from Philly,
You do. Yes.
Arrow. It's a long time. It was a nightclub. If you wanted to go, it's a nightclub from the 80s. I
Mm-hmm.
snuck in there, but I saw this sister named Melissa Morgan, and she had an album out at the time that had "Do Me Baby," which was a Prince remake.
Yes.
Um,
Prince wrote
um,
that song.
oh yeah, oh
He
yeah,
did.
and,
He did.
and I didn't, and I'm a Prince fan. I didn't even
Wait,
know that he
you
was
are a
there.
Prince
I
fan? I
heard,
thought I was
well,
the biggest Prince fan on earth.
oh, let me tell you something. From the time I saw him on the Right On magazine cover with the fro, I was sold on the brother. But I
Yeah.
did not know that he was, back then we didn't have the original, we didn't have the internet to do fact
Yes.
checking of anything. We
Yes.
just had encyclopedias. And in my
Mm-hmm.
household, we only had encyclopedia from like A to K. So, didn't get to the P, which is why I didn't know,
Yes.
Prince probably was not in the
Yeah.
Britannica
Yeah.
encyclopedia. But Do Me Baby, Fool's Paradise. I mean,
Mm-hmm.
she is just going to rip it up. Her voice
It's
sounds incredible.
amazing.
Sounds incredible. And then we have the next group that's coming up is the next performer I should say is Uptown's Finest, and we're so happy that she's able to join us because she's international. DJ Diamond Cuts, who's from Uptown,
Oh,
born and raised, watched the West Oak Lane Jazz and Arts Festival as a
yes.
toddler, watching from the sidewalk, sitting there saying, one day that's going to be me. She's going to be out there, she's going to take care, actually, everybody, because she plays music for everybody.
She does.
She
She
plays
does.
music for everybody. She's just going to be
Mm.
incredible. And then we have the person that we were just talking about, the incredible. I am so happy for this brother. I can't wait for him to get out there. The Reverend Dr. Alan
Alan E.
E.
Waller.
Waller. Pastor
Oh, he
Waller
can
is
sing.
going to like take us to a higher calling. And we're just going to leave the day just feeling great. And then we have someone who I'm really happy that could do this. Our host for the entire program is going to be Miss Patty Jackson.
Listen.
Patty Jackson, you
Okay.
know how Patty does it. How she
Yes.
at the Dell. She's going to do a little special thing up there, doing this for Uptown on Night Market on Ogontz Avenue. So that's why we're encouraging everyone to come out, come and have a good time. And guess what? It's all what? Free. It's
That's the part.
free.
But
It's
the
free.
energy, Kimberly, is priceless. We need this.
Yes.
We
Yes.
need
Yes.
each other. We need community. We need to remember why we are who we are.
Yes,
We need to
indeed.
understand that, as we would say in Jamaica, one cocoa full basket. We really just love on each
Yeah.
other and
Yeah.
remember that as these things, these times are upon us, what a way to lift us in a time when we are just so we can't sleep.
Yes.
We can't all the things, right? I have been on this very airwave telling people prepare yourselves, bring your water, bring your, put all that stuff in your house because we don't know what's coming. And I feel like Noah in the ark trying to tell people the flood is coming,
Mm.
and we needed something to gather our edges and do what we need to do. So aside from bringing your chairs, Marguerite, bring your sneakers Don't come up in there with no four-inch heel. You're gonna be cute and devastated. I promise you.
Oh yeah.
And,
Oh
and
yes.
wherever you can find a place to park, that's great. Carpool if you can. Take
Yes.
public transportation if that works. Get in an Uber or something if that works for you too. But parking is just going to be at a premium. So don't
Yes, it is.
even, you
Yes,
know,
it is.
but come. Don't say I'm not
Yes,
coming because
come.
I can't find any place to park. We're
Right.
not doing that.
Yes. Don't let that
Where
deter
is
you.
where how many blocks? Where is it starting and where does it end?
So we have 4 full blocks, and the blocks are long up in Uptown. So technically, the streets will be closed off from Washington Lane on Ogons all the way down to 69th Street. So there's parking in the area, as you said. Do not be
Mm-hmm,
deterred. We did the West Oak Lane Jazz Fest. People always
mm-hmm,
found parking, and
mm-hmm,
give it yourself an opportunity. You can park all up and down Ogons Avenue or
mm-hmm,
inside the communities.
mm-hmm,
You know,
mm-hmm,
don't let that again deter you from coming,
mm-hmm.
as well as come comfortable. And although the mayor's message, and the mayor's from Uptown, Sherelle L.
Mm-hmm.
Parker, she's
Mm-hmm.
from Uptown, and so the mayor has always encouraged us to generate revenue. So we want to generate revenue for these
Mm-hmm.
food trucks. However, if you just like, hey, none of this is not my appetite, just bring your little lunch basket that you have, and your chair, and feel free to be out among our folks and
Yes.
other people. And again, it's a free concert. We want you to enjoy yourself. It's going to be sunny. So make sure you bring a little jacket, because, even though it's supposed to be
Yes.
80, 85,
Mm-hmm.
make sure you still bring a little jacket to be comfortable. Don't say, hey, I got to go. I got to pull up my chair because I can't be
Yes.
out here. Don't let that, the temperature and or the conditions of whatever may be going on, deter you from being
Mm-hmm.
at this event on Thursday, September the 18th from 5 to 9 p.m.
I'm so excited. Monica says, Kimberly, thank you, thank you. I had no idea and no plans to come out. I will be there. This is my
Oh,
hood. Not
fantastic.
moving my car. I will
Thank
walk.
you,
Well, I'm gonna need
Monica.
to come park at your house, Monica.
Thank you. Thank you. Yes, come through. Come
I
through.
am so excited. Tell me about your movement from banking to this, because
Yes.
then clearly you understand what we should do with our monies, how to save, how to keep ourselves. What made you do this?
God. What's interesting is that I was on the board of ORC, and ORC was having some issues that required new leadership. And one of the older board members pulled me aside after one of our board meetings, and she said,
Mhm,
I'm praying that you come here. And I said, I have a job. And I plan on being there for
mhm,
another 10, 12 years. And then
mhm.
I'm going to do something else. And at that point, I was 35 years in as a banker. And I went home, and the ancestors tossed and turned me.
Come on.
From the night that she had the conversation with me for several days. And I
Mhm,
just woke up one day and said, Kim, what's stopping you from coming into a community that I lived in West Oak Lane, saw
mhm,
the transition of it, saw some incredible things come into the community. My family lives in the community.
mhm,
We're not only householders in the community. I have brother-in-laws and nephews that are coaches for the West
mhm,
Oak Lane Wildcats. Shout out to West Oak Lane Wildcats,
mhm,
age 12. I know they putting their thing down on that football
mhm.
out there, and I have great nieces that are cheerleaders for the Wildcats. So we are a fabric of the community. So to be able to take over an organization that very much was prominent for a number of
Mhm,
years and be at the helm and know the insiders edition of this is
mhm.
a dream come true. And so, as I said, the ancestors would not let me rest, but I tell you, they let me sleep now. But they do wake me up every once in
Yes.
a while. They're like, you could be doing something over there, Stenton and Washington Lane.
Come on. Yeah.
So yeah, so no, and I'm enjoying this. I really am. I'm
Yeah.
enjoying this, and we have a lot of folks who live in the neighborhood who are staff members of work.
Yeah. What message do you have for people who would say, I wouldn't leave the banking to go do this? I'm just not. What message do you have for people who are fearful of thriving in a different way?
Yes, I will say, know thyself, block out people judging you,
Mm-hmm.
and be comfortable in your walk. And that's easier said than done. I'm the youngest of eight, sitting at the table, always wanting the big piece of chicken, and So my dad had it for several decades, and then other family members had it. And when I got it, I realized, this piece of meat is just too big for me. And so realizing that, are there other options on the table? And so I know it's difficult, leaving stock options, leaving year-end bonuses, but I've had it all.
Right.
The cars, the real estate, a number of different things that God has blessed me with. But my road was led me here and led me to you and where we are today.
Yeah.
So don't be afraid to pursue your dreams, no matter what it is. I'm also an entrepreneur. I come from a family. It said if one person in your family becomes an entrepreneur, it becomes serial, that others see what someone else has been able to do. So I've watched my sisters and my brother do things in life. And so I'm hoping that someone from the sidelines is watching me go out, get all the experience, go out and exhaust somebody else's experience
Yeah.
and bring it right back to the community.
Yes. I love it. Woo. Like you, I'm a serial, well, not like you, as I didn't work for anyone for 35 years. I'm a serial entrepreneur. I worked for someone for 1 year. I've been an entrepreneur my entire life.
There you go.
And I went to an event this past Sunday, and my cousin's father said to me, "You continue to reinvent yourself.
Yes.
People think you're stuck over here, but then because the sky's the limit if you dare to dream and you're willing to do the work,
Yes.
right?"
Yes.
It is important,
Yes.
and one of
Yes.
the things I want you to, what you're sharing with folks is, you don't have to stay stuck, right?
We do that.
We are made up of just brilliance. We are the most creative people on earth. We know this because our things have been co-opted over and over again. But just to see that you pivoted from that to this and you continue, and now you're a big old asset, right, in West Oak Lane. I cannot wait to see you and give you a hug because
Oh,
my
it's
goodness.
listen. Same here. Can't wait to give you a hug.
Mm.
And one of the things I also want to mention, in my years of working, I recall, and I started at PSFS in the mid '80s,
Mhm.
and I remember affirmative action was the big thing, and that's all they talked about. And then I left there and went to Fannie Mae and was at Fannie Mae for a number of years, and diversity was the big thing. And then now we're upon DEI, and I just say, change the name, but the focus does not have to change. But
Mhm.
when you go from all of these different types of jargons that they
Mhm.
throw at us, things are still the same. You're still the same. So as you said, you can either stay in place, which is okay. I don't
Mhm.
knock anybody. You can
Mhm.
stay in place. But
Mhm.
when you have that relentless energy, that is internally you saying to yourself, it's time to make a move. And as you said, being an entrepreneur throughout time, it
Mhm.
just means you pivoted,
Yes.
pivot, pivot, pivot to get where you need to be. And
Yes.
that may just be for a short period of time.
Yes.
But however much time that you're there because you place yourself there, not someone else. And that's what I feel about being at work today. And so as we continue to grow and we are sustainable in our community, I do want to shout out that our partnerships, E9 is a sponsor of this event. And of course, the Ninth District Councilmatic person, Anthony Phillips,
Phillips,
also
yes.
a sponsor. And Anthony and I have worked well. And also the mayor. The mayor has been extremely encouraging
Mhm.
as we have brought all of these things back. As you know,
Mhm.
at one point we couldn't do it because of funding. And
Mhm.
so what I'm proud about is that ORC has funded 50% of what we're doing on Thursday. And what that means is this, and I want to give the community an idea of how this works. So, as mentioned, we are owners of 7 different entities. One of our entities is the shopping center at Stenton and Washington Lane. So, if
Mhm.
you go to Stenton Pizza and you purchase a slice of pizza, guess what? You just have effectively allowed us to do the night market on Ogons. So, you may say, well, how's that possible? Our tenant has to pay rent. A percentage of the monies that come in when net revenue is left over goes towards ORC. And it allows ORC to do the number of different programs that it does in the community. So we take care of older adults. We recently partnered with Uber. So we're offering free Uber rides to anyone who is 60 and over. State Representative Morgan Cephas was able to connect us with Uber to allow us to do this. If you need a ride, Monday through Friday,
Mhm.
from 4 from 9 to 4 p.m. Just go down to West Oak Lane Senior Center. 7100 block excuse me, 7200 block of Ogons Avenue.
Mhm.
Just show your ID that you're 60 and over. You can get a free ride to where you want to go. And so again, that's the corporate piece to it, and people knowing that you are stabilized and sophisticated enough to be able to be at the table with the
Mhm.
Uber to say these are the things that we see in our community. And because of what's happening with SEPTA, we're trying to intercede on behalf of older adults and still allow them to get to their appointments, whether medical, whether you're going to the shopping plaza, or whatever what you may do, getting there and being able to get back, again, a free ride. So we're not saying that you have to give us anything. The only thing that we're saying is that if you can get there to the senior center, you'll get a ride to wherever you want to go, and it can be round trip, and it could be multiple rides within a week, within a month, however you want to do it. But 60 and over is the age limit, and with the starting age of it. But
Mhm.
again, these are the partnerships that we're bringing to the
Mhm.
community that, to be quite frank with you, people like those folks don't look like us. So,
Mhm.
this is again a win-win for everyone when you have this level of experience.
So, couple of things. West Oak Lane Senior Center, 7200 block of Ogons Avenue. I want to reiterate that so that if you didn't quite catch that, 7200 block of Ogons Avenue. I've been in that senior center. I can't wait to get to 6. I'm this shy. So you're going into the senior center. They'll get you a free Uber ride from 9 to 4 p.m. anywhere you want to go, back and forth, any amount of rides that you want. That should sound like manna to the ears of our seniors, our elderly. I call them my seasoned citizens. The
Yes,
second thing that I heard from you is that partnerships matter. If
yes,
you're doing for yourself, then people will be willing to open the door to do more for you. If you're
absolutely,
sitting around waiting for people to do everything by saying, we need sponsorships over here and sponsorships over there, you actually were using the income that you were generating for 50% of what you were doing. You're covering 50% of this night festival that people can come in and walk in free. There's a huge lesson there. Huge, right? Don't just sit
absolutely.
around waiting for people to come and take care of you. You have to show that you're doing it for yourself. Miss Lloyd, I went to the other day, fantastic. 23 stations of food, and the tickets were $200. The tickets should have been $700. The amount of stuff that we got. But what I learned was that all the organizations came together and they donated into the cause
Yeah, yeah,
so that it could be, quote unquote affordable, because everything has gotten so expensive now. So you just proved the very point that I was talking about yesterday. If we figure out a way to help ourselves, and I really do, one of the good things that I see out of the craziness that's going on in the country right now is that we are forced to go back to doing for ourselves. We have always been who we were looking for.
absolutely, absolutely. And we've seen it over and over again in our life. Coming into living in West Oak Lane, uh, going to Mom's Bakery, which is now
Yes.
Catherine's Cake Salon,
Yes.
going to the corner store, which was pretty much, someone that you knew, mother and father, that you went to school with. And so,
Mm-hmm.
now we have Victoria's Kitchen that is on
Mm-hmm.
Odense Avenue. So
Mm-hmm.
all of these things come from something that we've seen at some point in time. And that's why it's so great what you just said, that in regards to that, pushing yourself forward to get what you know that you can do, to be able to not only help yourself grow, help create generational wealth for your family, but also bringing someone else in to see you can do it too.
Charmaine says, if I'm a senior in the area and need a ride home, can I get a ride? Yes. Or do I need to
Absolutely.
live in the area to use the
Absolutely.
service? She
Yes,
wants to know if
indeed.
she needs to live in the area. She wants to know if she needs to live in the area to use the
So the
service.
zip code, so this is a pilot. So the zip codes are 19126, 19138, and 19150. So as we go through the first round of the pilot program,
Mhm,
and we're hoping that Uber will expand it. And
mhm,
again, this is due to the fact of what's happening with the SEPTA cuts. And
mhm.
as I said, State Representative Morgan Seif
Morgan
has
Cephas.
connected us with Uber to be able to do this.
Okay. So that's awesome. What else would you like? I am so excited. So let me share this. Peruvian food is delicious. If you try nothing else, try the Peruvian chicken. It's soaked
Oh
in
my
whatever that brand. It's
God.
delicious.
can't wait. I can't wait. I can't wait to get out there. I'm going to do a taste testing. It's going to be
Delicious.
25 different food trucks out there. And we currently have 10 non-vendors right now. So it's
So you
going to
have
be a great
25 food trucks and 10
25,
non-vendors?
uh, 25 food trucks of all different types of foods. And we have
Hmm.
currently 10 non-food vendors out
Yes.
there for you. So again, you get a chance to grab some food. We're going to have some stations set up so that you can sit down and eat. But of
Thank you.
course, bring your chair.
Hmm.
Bring again, whether you want to buy food out there or just bring your food because you're on a certain diet. We want you to come out and just have a good time. And if you plan on bringing anything in a little container, just make sure you are acting responsibly with your container.
So let me just tell you what she said that I'm going to say in a different way. Do not come and drop your stuff all on the streets, okay? Make sure you clean up after yourself. If you bought a container in the bag, put the container back in the bag with your forks and whatever else and take it home with you. If
Yes,
you're sitting somewhere and you see napkins and stuff on the floor, pick it up, y'all. This is our community. Pick it
yes,
up and find a receptacle. I'm sure there will be receptacles all over the
yes,
place.
there will
We
be.
do not
Yes.
want to leave that space like we just came to party and didn't care about what else was going on.
Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. Thank you so much for that message. And we're collaborating with the city. So know that there'll be more than enough trash receptacles out
Mhm.
there. And we love our 14th police district, which will be out there. And
Mhm.
and we just love our other folks that will be out there making sure we're going to have a great evening.
Miss Lloyd, let me tell you something. September 28th starts at midnight for me. I'm up at midnight. I am running the entire day. I'm going to figure out how to get my husband to bring a chair so I can sit down and enjoy the concert and figure out the food and all of it. But I will definitely be there. It is such a pleasure to have this conversation with you. Such a
Thank you.
pleasure to. We will meet. I will. You. I'll be the one running going.
Oh yeah, no, I'm,
Ah!
I'm looking forward to meeting you, coming out, having a good time. And
Mhm.
so everyone, I really love being with you this morning. And I'm up at 5:30 every morning, so this is a natural thing for me.
Really
So
good.
this is what I would say. Come out Thursday, this Thursday, September the 18th, from 5 p.m. to 9 p.m. The 7100 block of Ogans Avenue night market on Ogans Avenue. We look forward to seeing you. We look forward to our friends that used to come out for the Jazz and Arts Festival. We look for our new friends to be exposed to Uptown, West
Yeah.
Oak Lane. So come on out, have a good time, bring your chair.
If anyone wants more details, I posted it on my page. They've been sharing it with alacrity. So that's good. If anyone wants to know any more details, how can they connect with you?
Yes. So we have a two things. So you can email at Ogantz, OGONTZ Avenue Night Market at gmail.com. And
Hmm.
then, of course, on social media, Orc Philly, OARCPHILLY on Instagram,
Hmm.
and Ogans Avenue Revitalization Corporation on Facebook.
Okay.
And then you can always call us. So you can call our office at 215
Hmm.
549 9462. So all of those different things that allow you to be able to get additional information. But first and foremost, again, this Thursday,
Yes.
today is Tuesday, tomorrow is Wednesday.
Wednesday.
Thursday,
Thursday.
September the 18th, from 5 to 9 p.m. Come out, come out. The first act of the evening will be the Blue Notes at 5:30.
Can't
And
wait.
then Corey DST is going to do some little transitions.
Mhm.
Then we're going to have Melissa Morgan come on. And after Melissa Morgan, we're going to have DJ Diamond Cuts come in.
Mhm.
And then as our headliner, we're going to have, as I said, my guy, the Reverend Dr. Alan E. Waller is going to be coming. And
Yeah.
so it's going to be a great evening, a great,
Yeah.
great evening.
I have a question for you. You're going to
Absolutely.
have a smoothie truck out there?
The smoothie truck, I'm not quite sure, but there will be a beverages out there.
I'm so excited. And if so, are we planning to do this next year too?
Oh, we got a lot in store for next year. This right here is a test point to say and for others to invest in what we're doing. This is what the people want.
Yes.
So
Yes.
this is what the people want. Now, this is on the back end. We did Wadsworth Day
Yes.
on Wadsworth Avenue, but this is a little different. Wadsworth Day has always been more so for that particular community. This is
Mm-hmm.
for everybody. So if
Yeah.
you're in South Philly,
Mm-hmm.
Southwest Philly, if you're
Mm-hmm.
in West Philly, don't be afraid. Again, just drive on up. Y'all know how we used to do things at the Jazz and Arts Festival. You found a way to make it happen. Come on
Yes.
out, have a good time.
Yeah. So, last question, because I'm so excited about this dialogue that we're having. It's so necessary. If the average person wants to donate to ORC,
Yes.
where do they
Yes.
go to do it?
Yes. So we are a 501c3.
Mhm.
And again, you would go to our website. And if whether you want to make a small donation or you want to make a significant donation, no
Mhm.
donation in terms of whatever what the amount is, a contribution,
Mhm.
you're saying, listen, I like for this to help you continue to grow what you're doing.
Mhm. Mhm.
You get a tax deduction. Or you may say, hey, listen, I have monies that I want to restrict for something very
Mhm.
specific in the community. We can do that as well. But again, you can get in touch with us. We have our contact, our director of corridor management, who also does fund development. And so again, if you call that phone number, we'll put you in touch with that person.
Okay. 215-549-9462 is the
Yes,
number to call in.
yes. And our
I'm
website is www.org, O-A-R-C, Philly.org.
Philly.org. The end of tax season is coming up on October 15th, so you know.
There you go. There you go.
You want
There
to
you go.
donate something and save some money and have
There
a
you
tax
go.
write-off, that's it.
There you go.
Kimberly A. Lloyd, it's such a pleasure having this conversation with you, and I look forward to seeing you along with the rest of you that'll show up for the Night Fest. Lord, I cannot
Yeah.
wait. It's September 18th, this Thursday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, from 5 to 9 p.m. I need you all to find your little selves up there. Let's hug on each other. Let's love on one another. It's outdoors, but if you feel that you're immunocompromised, wear your mask. We will not shame anybody for wearing their mask because the little diseases are still running around here like imps.
Yeah.
So I want you to take care of yourselves. Bring your chair, bring your sneakers, bring a great attitude, and bring a couple of dollars in your pocket so you can buy some Peruvian chicken and tell them
There
off
you
a
go.
snitch.
Yes, I'm
That's
hungry. Now you got me really hungry now.
it's really, really, really good. So I'm excited. Victoria's Kitchen, all these other folks are going to be out there. So there will be something for everybody's taste, including if you're vegan. So don't listen to us and think you can't come because you're vegan. There's a whole vegan truck out there, right?
Yes,
So you
absolutely.
can do whatever you need to do.
Absolutely. And the other thing is you're like, well, I don't really, my budget doesn't fit into buying something from the food truck. Come out. Come out. That's not a prerequisite. We're
And
just
right.
offering an opportunity for you to get to know us and for us to get to know you.
Absolutely. And let you listen, you never know who might be in the crowd that say, you want a piece of chicken? I'll buy a
There you
piece of
go.
chicken for you.
There you go.
Because
Love thy
we're
neighbor.
neighbors. We're supposed to
Yes.
take care of each other. This
Yes,
is
indeed.
a great way for us to show that we are still community, not just in uptown, but across the city. We're bringing the entire city together for this night festival, this night market. And you're going to hear beautiful music. It's going to be a beautiful evening. Like Kimberly says, bring a jacket because it might be 85 in the day, but honey, at night it's a little nippy
Oh yeah,
outside.
it's a little nippy. And
Bring
we're
a
gonna
little
be
light
jamming.
jacket with you.
Oh
Yep.
yeah. We're
Bring a
gonna be
chair,
jamming.
bring an extra one if you want to, because sometimes we have seasoned citizens that come that don't have a chair or can't afford a chair, or bring a chair, or feel free to give up your chair for someone to sit. Listen, all the things I want to see neighborly. And you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to do a live thing when I get out there so folks can see.
Okay,
So
fantastic.
we can do
Yes.
this. This will
Yes.
be great.
Yes, indeed.
So grateful to you. Thank you so much,
I'm
Kimberly A.
grateful to
Lloyd.
you. And thank you for God blessing you to allow me to be blessed this morning. Thank you so much. I thank you. And I'm excited. And I've seen some of your listeners that I've seen them that they've written out there. Y'all doing your thing early in the morning. I love
Oh
it.
yeah, they're on here. They're not playing games. 6:30 to 7:30, they're in here. So
Oh
thank
yeah.
you so
Oh
so
yeah.
much. I'll see you on Thursday, and we all will see you on Thursday.
Yes,
Okay.
indeed. Thank you so much. And have a great day, sis. Take
You
care.
too, my sister. All right.
Bye
Bye
bye.
bye. Bye bye. That was bye bye. Oh, that was so good. That was so good. That was so freaking stinking good. Yes. Yes, and so all of you, you're under the sound of my voice. Go. The night market is happening in West Oak Lane, the 7100 block of Ogons. It'll be 4 blocks long. Uh, Charmaine, how can I miss you? Mother said, she said, Mother, look out for me because I need a mother hug again. You can't miss me. I'm almost 6 feet tall, and we're probably running around hugging everybody, right? Bring your chair, bring your flats, your sneakers, whatever you feel comfortable in wearing. Don't wear no 4-inch heels, please. If you're at home, if you're going to work and you know you can't go home before you get there, bring something to change so when you leave work you can just come straight in and enjoy yourself. You heard the Blue Notes, Melissa Morgan, Pastor Waller, DJ Diamond. Oh, it's gonna be a thing. And you first heard me discussing it with Dr. Anthony Phillips, councilman. But truthfully, 2 years ago, he and I were having a conversation about this. So I am excited that this has come to fruition. Me too, Monica. Me too. I am so excited that it has come to fruition and we are here and we are going to behave accordingly. We're going to show what it is like to be in community and love on one another. If you know, if you can afford to and carry extra dollars, a few dollars to buy something for someone, if they can't afford the food, we're going to show that we are all we have been waiting for. This is who we've been waiting for, and to stop looking for everybody to do things for us, right? Um, I am stoked in ways, and it's so. We all need this. Let me say that we all need this. We've all been just trying our very best to navigate the best way we know how to. And y'all don't make me buy another hat, okay? Because I got hats I need to give away now because I got all these different hats. I feel like the cat in the hat this morning. But my little Jamaican padre sold me this one, and I was like, I really like that hat. Just so be there. I don't even know if there's going to be a Jamaican food vendor, but we show up everywhere. If it's egg, green, or the red. So I'm sure there'll be somebody out there doing that. And so come on, y'all. Come on. Bring your chair. Bring a good attitude. I'm sure there'll be things selling, like she says, bring your own food if you can't afford to buy food or if you don't want to eat the food that's being offered, which also means bring your bottle of water. There's these little wagons now everybody's pulling around. You can get your little wagon, put your chairs and your water and everything in it. So, Mr. Sanders, if you're listening to me, my wagon needs to go back in my truck because Lord have mercy. I drink a lot of water, put all of that stuff together. I am so grateful to each and every one of you. It is now 7:29. I have a pot of red pea soup that is simmering on the stove. I need to finish it up. And maybe I'll bring some to share when I come on Thursday, depending on, what it looks like. Love to all of you. Thank you very much for getting on here every morning and having this dialogue. We started with a young man being found hung at a university yesterday morning, and then Kimberly A. Lloyd just came in and reminded us we can do this. We are all we've been waiting for, and all we got to do is remember community and love of each other. This episode of Mornings with Mother is officially over. I am Andrea Lawful Sanders. I'll see you when I see you. Bye, everybody. Bye bye.